All right, I'm super excited. As Kelly said, yeah, for those who don't know me, I've been coaching for um, 3.5 years really. And my story is that from the beginning, I was someone who already shared my fitness and health online through my blog. And had never really taken a lot of time to figure out how to actually grow it. I just really liked writing and I liked connecting with people. So I would share. And so from the get go, I was a huge believer in the products. I always loved, P90X literally changed my life in 2011 when I did it. And so I had so much of a strong belief in the product. So when I joined, I went all in on the programs, on the challenge groups. I've hit Success Club every single month since I started. And it was just, for me, I early on started seeing the vision of what this could do. But my biggest mistake was that I assumed that team building and recruiting and growing a team was something that was just kind of going to fall in my lap, and that was going to naturally happen with the fact that I was bringing in all these challengers each month. I kind of just assumed that people would be like, "Oh, I love this. Like, I want to do what you do." And I would post in my challenge group. I think in even the early days, I would do one post in my challenge group inviting everyone to coaching, and then I would do like maybe, I honestly can't even remember in the early days if I was doing like a main post about coaching, maybe on occasion. And I kind of just assumed that what would happen was these like challengers would just have great results, be like, I want to be a coach and join me. And it would be, and that does happen a lot. And some of my best coaches have come that way. But unfortunately, that meant I had a very slow early team building progress, and I was growing a small team, but not always the people that wanted it as much as I did. And I was kind of honestly dragging my team along for a while, where I would have like, I just saw it for them and I wanted it for them, and they told me they wanted it, but then they didn't have the actions. And since my team was so small, I was so wrapped up in those people who weren't doing the work and who weren't doing the actions. And I had to learn as a leader how to handle that. I got burned a couple times where, I would kind of ask someone to dig in and, show me their tracker, or and they got flustered and backed off. So I was afraid of pushing people or giving, I didn't want to micromanage anyone. I didn't want to be, I was just learned as I went. And so these are the mistakes that I've made in the past. And really what was the big change for me was, well, it started happening after the twins were born. And I think that the biggest shift for me was honestly just going all in. And I know, like I said, I was all in with the programs, but I wasn't all in with coaching yet. And I think that after I had my twins last year, earlier in the year, I think I would just finally realize, like, this is what I want. And I look forward to this like every single day. And even though my personality is very achiever mindset. I have very high standards for myself. And I also have problems when I set these big goals and then I will get disappointed or feel like I'm not, if I'm not at a certain level, then I'm not qualified to be a leader. And I just kind of had this shift where I decided, you know what? Okay, my team isn't where I want it to be, but I'm going to start stepping up and being a leader anyways. And the team will come. And this all came from honestly personal development and belief in what we have to offer and this opportunity. And I had to step back and be like, okay, I know I want to earn a full-time income, and I honestly I want to earn a six-figure, and at this point, multiple six-figure is my goal income. No, I'm not there yet, but I know that it's possible, and I know that I'm on track. And I've gained the confidence that I'm able to bring people on and see them have success and grow a business and have income and recruit themselves. And I think it just takes the time of like those little wins and that confidence shift just to realize that our team is awesome. We have so much to offer, and it's not just about income. Just because for me, in my mind, I always kind of thought like, for me, the income was part of it. Like if I don't have this big team, if I don't have this big income, then it's harder for me to recruit. But that was my own limiting belief that was holding me back, because there's so many other reasons why people coach. And now, like, hearing this from my own team who's come on, like, they are so happy and excited and satisfied to be on on our team because of the community, because of even the little bit of extra income that's brought on, because of the accountability it's given them, because of all these other reasons. And so you have to kind of just let go of that, whatever that limiting belief that you have about coaching that's not allowing you to take to the next step, that's not allowing, like, that's holding you back, that's giving you the fear when you go post. You need to get, like, part of it is like getting to the point where like you believe in this so much that it's like it would be a shame for someone not to at least know about it or have the chance to be a coach themselves. And that is where I'm at now. Like at Summit, I literally, after Rachel Hollis talked, I was like crying and being like, why isn't everyone a coach? Like, I was just like, it was like this final, for me, that was the final shift into like, yes, I believe it. And I'm not saying that like you can't recruit or build a team if we all have those fears, right? But you just have to start believing in it. And like the first step is just write down, like I said in, I feel like I said this recently, but I'm just going to repeat things over and over again because that's what leaders do, is you need to write down your coaching story. Why do you love Beachbody? What has it done for you? What have the programs done for you? What has the nutrition done? Like all those things. And then what has coaching done for you? What do you love about it? You know, where are you going with your coaching business? What are your dreams for this? And then these are all the things that you need to remind yourself when you're scared to share. And you also need to remind yourself, or you just need to know these stories because you're going to be sharing them in your social media and you're going to be sharing them in your conversations. And they're going to give you that belief and that, like, you know, this is awesome and you can't wait to share it with other people. I'm going to start my presentation. Let me see. So yeah, while I'm doing this, you could start writing down some of those things. Okay. Why do I always forget how to actually do this? View, present. All right, so I already covered my intro and like I said, another thing that I just wanted to share with you, the things that I wrote on here, the things that held me back, is thinking I needed to get lucky. Like I still find myself being like, when's the rock star coach? Just, you know, I need more rock star coaches. I need these, and that's not about that. It's not about getting lucky. And like I said, I wasn't taking enough action for a really long time, and I was letting fear hold me back. Another thing that has held me back, which I've spoken about many times, I do not have a strong leg, and I don't think I realized that was holding me back. But a strong leg basically means that your coach is placing other coaches under you, and maybe even your upline, like, I don't know, you could be positioned so like Christina Delgado is placing people under you, even though she's 7 above you. And I don't have that. I'm in an inside leg because my coach quit. And I think I have definitely had to work past the limiting belief that that is holding me back in terms of income or whatever it is. It doesn't matter where you're placed, because actually at Summit, one of the coaches was like, if you become the rock star coach under your coach, they're not going to be putting a bunch of people under you anyways, because you're going to be creating so much volume that they don't want to put more coaches under you. So I need to let go of that one too. I already covered this as well, that you must believe in the products and this opportunity. Your rank doesn't matter to be a leader. If you're sitting on this call and you're a coach level, which means you haven't hit your first rank advancement, you can still be a leader by showing up and doing things that make you a leader, like contributing on our team page. You can even start you can start hosting your own coach apprenticeships, hosting your own info sessions. You can start recruiting. And I know that another fear that held me back for a long time was, I was like, oh my gosh, what if I'm like sharing all of this on social media about my team and like how you should join me, and then my coach comes on and they realize I only have like 3 coaches on my team, and they're gonna be like, oh, Nicole, you like made it sound like you had this like big team. But it's not just about, we are this bigger team. So you can recruit with confidence, knowing that you have this bigger team behind you, the support of me, of Kelly, of all of us together. And it doesn't matter if you only have one coach on your team or they're your very first working coach. You're just going to be like, this is awesome. You're my first working coach. We're going to do this together and you get all of my attention, which is awesome. Like, it's actually could be a disadvantage to join like a top team where they're bringing in, like, what did Ashley Molstead brought in 900 and something coaches last year? Do you think she's like having one-on-one conversations with all those people? There's no way. So you just have to be confident in where you're at and know that you are going to be helping that person to the best of your abilities. At the same time, as I warned earlier, once you do get these working coaches, know that you can only want it for them as much as they want it for themselves. And it's your job as a leader to instill the belief that they can do it, because I know that I believe in all my people probably more than they believe in themselves. And I really do see it for them. And you need to instill that belief in them. But at the same time, you can't drag anyone along. All right. So the first tip I have for my team building tips, I'll get into the getting started right at the end. Only you can build your team. You can't rely on anyone else to do it for you. You have to take ownership of your business. Stop waiting around for your upline to add people to your strong leg. Like I said, stop waiting around for a rock star to come along. Understand our business model, what it takes to get there, and do it. If you don't know what Emerald Coach is, or Diamond Coach is, or Star Diamond is, you need to go to the FAQ right now and figure that shit out. Like, you need to know that. Like, wake up. Like, you need to know what you're gonna do. Like, this is all within your own ability. And Emerald, I truly believe, is a decision to sign up a spouse, sign up one other person. Like, anyone can get there. And knowing that it's a decision is going to be huge for you as a leader, because when you are working towards Diamond and you have that working coach, you're going to say to them, Emerald is a decision. You can become Emerald tomorrow if you want. And if you truly do feel like that and you understand